Here we go now. We got a good baseball schedule today. They flip it because it's travel day after the Astros and Rangers play a game 5. That's at 5 o'clock, 5:03 for his pitch. That, of course, is on FS1. And then later on tonight, a little after 8, Phillies and Diamondbacks on TBS will play game 4 of that series. And Arizona sort of crawls themselves back in the mix. They win a game yesterday where, you know, let's take it from a positive standpoint with Arizona before we give you some other scenarios here. They showed some spunk. Phillies scored first on the wild pitch. They came right back in the game, and they tied the game up. They should have scored more in that inning, but they tied the game up. Terrible base running by Gurriel at third base. I mean, you cannot in that situation stay at third off a double play. I mean, I've gone through this base running here for 3 weeks. The base running in the major leagues right now in the big spot, when you really watch it, is abominable. It is so bad. It's hard to believe. It really is. That was another example of it. But the Diamondbacks showed you a lot of gumption. They came back. They got a good job out of their bullpen. Obviously, in the bottom of the 9th inning, they big hit there by Marte of Kimbrel, who always seems to have traffic around. Some of these days, you're not going to get through it. This is a scenario for Kimbrel not getting through it. Good hit by Marte. Excellent job by the bullpen. And the Diamondbacks win the game 2-1. Arizona won this game because of their pitching. I never would have taken Ford out. I know they preconceived, and the 24-year-old kid going to work there in the Valley said, you know what, third time through the lineup, get Ford out because Schwarber's up. We got to get a lefty in, who then walks Schwarber and doesn't even get him out. I don't understand that. The kid's pitching a great game. It's not like Arizona's got Mariano Rivera on a 98 Yankee bullpen. I would have left him in myself. Anyway, they take him out in the 6th inning. Got 9 strikeouts. He's unhittable. Out he comes, and they ended up giving up a run, but Arizona showed some stick-to-itiveness. They fought through the game. Phillies didn't hit, and Arizona put a little life, in the NLCS. I got to see him do it again, and I feel a little better about him if they had a real good pitcher tonight in this 4th game. Christopher Sanchez pitched very well for the Phillies all year long. He gets his first postseason start. He hasn't pitched in a while, but he's done an excellent job. He's pitched a lot better than people think. Lefty and everything else, littles like a Suarez. He's pitched really well. And then the Diamondbacks today go with a bullpen game, and that's what would concern me about Arizona. It's, you know, you're going to shut the Philly offense down again when you're going to use basically 9 relievers in this game and see if you can get even at 2 games apiece. Now, if they ever won, they do have Gallen to match up with Wheeler in game 5, so you like that. And then they got Kelly in game 6, and he pitched pretty well in Philadelphia there, even though he gave up the 3 solo homers in that 2nd game. But, so the Diamondbacks at least have a couple of formidable pitchers out, you would think, in 5 and 6. But, boy, going to a bullpen game today, and I know they probably have nobody else, that is a very, very tricky spot. To sit there and think you're going to stop the Philly offense by using your relievers all day, that's asking a lot. Good performance defensively by Turner yesterday. He did an excellent job. And the Diamondbacks today, good job. They showed some pluckiness. They had a little fight in them. They did they're a pesky little team. So we give the Diamondbacks credit. That was a nice win they had yesterday. Kimbrel always is, he makes you nervous if you're, if he's your closer. It makes you very nervous. And he got a terrible strike. How in the world is that not check swing strike 3 on the bat in the bottom of the 9th inning? I can show it to you again. I don't know what these umpires are looking at. That has to be strike 3. So we're going to show it to you right now. Is this Marino who is up here? I mean, how is that not a strike? I mean, my God, come on, guys. Geez, he would have hit that ball. He would have freaking hit it to Los Angeles. I mean, that is an atrocious. Oh, my God, is that bad? And I know they want to give the offensive player an opportunity, but that's well, what are you going to do? I mean, they've actually, it's what it is. It's, they're human beings. They make mistakes. And, of course, Kimbrel had that situation in the 9th inning. He's got to give him a little break there. But still, that is a performance where you got to try to get Marte out and get yourself into the 10th inning. And that may have given Arizona, gave them a little spring in their step. So we'll see how that translates today. Again, I'd like Arizona a lot more. And they are just a slight underdog in this game. They are not a big underdog. They're only minus only a plus 114. So it's not like they're a huge underdog with the bullpen game, which is interesting that game is so. Maybe it's because Sanchez is pitching, whatever it might be. I would think they would be a bigger underdog in this game with the bullpen. They are not. So maybe Vegas knows more than I do as far as Christopher Sanchez and the 9 relievers that Torey Lovullo is going to throw at the Philadelphia lineup today. But the bottom line is that Arizona showed some light, put a little spark in this series. Listen, I don't think they're going to win the next 2 games. So I think that they're going to probably, if they get back to Philly, they did a tremendous job. And I don't think they can win a game 6 in Philadelphia in that ballpark. So in order for them to win the series, they got to sweep here at home and then figure out a way to win 1 in Philadelphia, which will be very difficult too. I don't think Arizona can win the series based on the fact that they're going to have a lot of trouble in that ballpark. But if they have any hope at all, they got to win both. And that starts obviously today. Then I hope they can figure out Wheeler tomorrow night. But I do like the Phillies today. I think they go 3 games to 1 up. But give the Diamondbacks some pats on the back, pluckiness yesterday in the game 3. And here is Alana out back in Atlanta. Let's get her thoughts here on the NLCS. Alana, take it away. Let me hear.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. Yesterday, when both Ranger Suarez and Brandon Pfaadt were taken out of the game, my colleagues in Yonder Alonso, Pedro Martinez, and Nestor Cortez were beside themselves. And even Ryan Dempster tweeted, here we go with baseball, where you're taking a starter out that's having an absolutely wonderful outing, and you're bringing a bullpen guy in to see if he can meet what the starter was doing. I have to say that I'm incredibly impressed with what Brandon Pfaadt did yesterday for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He, so far, has put together the best pitching performance for the D-backs. And remember, we had Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, their 1 and 2 aces, go prior to him, and they did not have as good of an outing as Brandon Pfaadt, the rookie, has had. 5 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball, 9 strikeouts. He has not given up a free pass, just 2 hits allowed in the game. The only run that the Phillies scored was on a wild pitch that he didn't give up. It's just a good performance for him, a rookie pitcher at home. They needed that desperately. But another thing I love about this Arizona Diamondbacks team, if you're looking at the lineup, is Ketel Marte, Chris, has put the D-backs on his back. If you look at what Ketel Marte has done from both sides of the plate defensively, he has a .462 average, 3 extra base hits just in the NLCS. The rest of the team, Chris, against Philadelphia's pitching staff, a .134 average, 3 extra base hits total in the NLCS, the rest of the team. I want to say, of course, everybody was getting on Torey Lovullo for pulling Brandon Pfaadt out of the game, and then you bring in a reliever, and then he walks Kyle Schwarber. I have to say, though, I do appreciate what Torey Lovullo did in terms of his pinch running decisions, as well as the relievers that he brought in to shut down the Philly offense. He did a good job in that regard. But Ketel Marte has put this team on his back. Brandon Pfaadt has done a great job, and you're talking about today being a bullpen game. But you have to consider that the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen has been pretty good so far in the postseason. Really, actually, for this year, rather, a .209 earned run average for the D-backs when you're talking about Paul Sewald, Kevin Ginkel, Andrew Salfrank, Ryan Thompson, and I'm just considering Paul Sewald's numbers with Arizona. But Lovullo does have some confidence in there. I have to say, though, that Craig Kimbrell always makes me nervous, Chris, for the Phillies bullpen. Every time I look up, there's traffic on the bases when Kimbrell is out there. I'm not saying that pitching in the major leagues is easy, but Kimbrell makes me nervous.
He sure does. And, listen, he got a bad call there on a strike, but, he makes you nervous. And you're going to have to live with him these next 5 or 6 games. You can overcome it, and he can get the outs, but it makes you nervous.